Hey, this is Steve from Sparky's Garage. We're back at home. We got the Mustang here now. Let's do a little walkover again. So here's the motor. Paint came out pretty good after the car wash. Still needs to be, waxed and washed and clay barred again. Probably rubbing compound, but overall it came up pretty nice. Now, one thing we have to address right now is it won't start with the key. Basically put it to the on position and try to crank it and no crank. So it won't start with the key. Basically, the old owner gave me a new starter solenoid, thinking that was the problem. I already went ahead and put it on just to do a quick test to see if that was it. That was not it. Still doesn't start. Now on these cars, there's either three things it can be if you have a no crank situation. First one being the starter solenoid. The next one is going to be the ignition switch. It's right underneath the steering wheel right here, down below. Or the most common underneath is the clutch switch, which is underneath here. So I'm gonna start with the clutch switch. It's the easiest to get to. Basically, you can unplug it and then stick a fuse chip in there, and basically that will bypass it. So let's try that first. All right, so I'm underneath the dash. So I don't know if you can see up here, but this is the clutch switch. I basically disconnected it. Let me see if I can move my arm here. Just give me a minute. This might be a little tricky. So here's the switch, or actually the plug for the switch. The switch is right up here, this gray piece. So basically I disconnected it, took a fuse blade, and then I basically put it in the middle. What that does is it's gonna just basically bypass the switch. And now we're gonna go ahead and try to start it. All right, make sure it's in neutral. Don't have to push the clutch in because I bypassed it. So I got fuel pump. Yes! Sweet. So those are the three things you want to look for if you have a no crank situation. It's either the solenoid, the clutch pedal switch, or again, it could be this ignition switch underneath the column. But obviously it's the clutch switch because I don't even have my foot on the clutch and I can start it. Fires right up again. Sweet. So now this car needs a clutch switch, but yeah, sweet. Check it out. Awesome. I went ahead and got rid of that stupid stereo that was in here. This is just the what's it called, trim piece off the floor, because I was basically just getting rid of all the wires. But basically I'm down to just the stock wiring harness. Unfortunately they cut apart, this is the stock speaker wires, but they cut them apart. But got rid of that piece. Still gonna have to do some vacuum down there. Got the dash kind of wiped down real quick. See if the horn works. Yeah, sweet. All right. Another thing I did too, and I didn't really document it all, but this car had a Viper car alarm in it, and you will not believe how much stuff came out of this car. Look at this. This is, well, besides that, that's the stereo, but this is all part of the Viper car alarm. There's another module, there's another one horn, there's another horn. I mean, this is crazy. Some stereo stuff in here too, but I mean, this was the car alarm. I mean, they had these like Jimmy rig switches. This is all asking for a electrical issue fire. All right, next, I guess we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning up the interior a little bit. Interior is actually pretty cherry to begin with. It's just dirty. I'm gonna wipe it down, vacuum it, pull the rear seat out. It's had a big old rat's nest back there. It was gross. Yeah, it's got some speaker wires. Need to put the door seals back on. Dash is pretty good on this thing. One oaky thing, and I don't know, I highly doubt was the old man I bought it from. The old man I bought it from, he's 81 years old, but somebody put oil pressure gauge and a temperature gauge there. They didn't fix the one on the dash for some reason, so I have no clue why. But yeah, let's get the interior cleaned up. All right, I just popped the trunk to see this mess in here. So it had the original convertible cover, but it looks like stupid mice got into it and ate it. Looks like they have a nest right there. This thing is full of looks like squirrels got in here with the nuts. Same with over there. Wonder what's underneath all this. Let me get this vacuum out and then we'll see what's down below. All right, now let's see what's underneath this thing. Never know. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. Oh. So, wow, the original jack is right there. It's crazy. Let me give it a quick vacuum. All right, we'll see what's underneath this thing. Never know. Wow. I'm guessing that's the original spare. It's like a solid aluminum wheel. Looks like there's some nuts down there, but never seen that before. Huh. Interesting. Well, let me vacuum this all out. Okay, I pulled the spare tire out, vacuumed it, and wiped it all down. Looks so much nicer. You obviously can see this is the original red. Pretty freaking cool. Trunk is all clean now. Check out this spare. I don't think any of my Mustangs ever had the original spare. It's just a solid aluminum wheel. Crazy. And there's the original jack. All right, I'm gonna put this back in. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe all this out, and then I'll wipe all that. Get this all cleaned up. Probably put some grease on this. These all work. That's pretty amazing. Guessing this is the original trunk lid. It says Ford on it. Cool. All right, that finishes up cleaning this thing up. We got it starting now off the key. I'm super excited about that. I think the next thing I'm gonna tackle is possibly doing a tune-up on the motor. Getting the motor cleaned up. I noticed inside the intake manifold there is like little nutshells in there and some miscellaneous stuff. We'll probably do spark plugs, spark plug wires, distributor cap, rotor, do an oil change, a fuel filter. Get this thing running in tip-top shape. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.